Hi, friends. This is Ashley Ford on What Texas Values. I have David Hacker from First Liberty with me. How are you doing at NRB?
I'm doing great. It's my first time here, and I'm really enjoying it.
Good. So we just left your panel. What was the title of that panel?
The title of the panel is basically threats to religious liberty across the country and kind of emerging issues that we're seeing in that battle.
And you guys were talking about Steve Deace and how YouTube is shadow banning him. Can you tell us a little bit about that and how First Liberty stepped in and how in our Attorney General in Texas?
Yeah, absolutely. So yesterday, 16 state attorneys general, including General Paxton, who's Attorney General of Texas, sent a demand letter to YouTube, essentially saying since 2020, you've been pulling down episodes of Steve Deace's show and shadow banning him, such that Steve Deace's YouTube channel only had a few extra viewers every now and then, whereas his other social channels were just exploding in popularity. So clear example of shadow banning and punishment of Steve for his views. And so they essentially opened an investigation and said, we want answers. Why are you doing this? You can't do this. And we represent Steve Deace, and we're just really thankful for Attorney General Brenda Byrd in Iowa and Attorney General Paxton for launching that.
That's awesome. So when did all that start?
Well, it started in 2020 during COVID. You know, Steve was talking about the COVID virus and the vaccines and all that, and the Biden administration did not like that. And, they did a lot of things with social media companies to censor people who were trying to tell the truth about what was happening. And so Steve was one of those individuals, and YouTube singled him out for discrimination, and we're hopeful that they are going to learn their lesson now to not do that.
And so at what point are you guys in the investigation process?
So we've been working this behind the scenes for quite a while, but the attorneys general have been doing some investigation. Now they've sent their official demand to YouTube, and we expect in the next few weeks here to get a response. And hopefully the AGs will either work out an agreement with YouTube if they do the right thing and agree, hey, we're not going to do this anymore. But if not, I'm pretty confident that those state AGs are going to bring the full force of 16 Republican states against YouTube.
So in addition to the power of the AG's office across the states, how do you think that the Trump administration, with his values and his policies, will impact YouTube's decision?
Great question. Actually, earlier last year, the FCC asked for a comment on issues regarding shadow banning and other problems that social media companies were giving conservative and Christian commentators. And so Steve Deace submitted a comment to the FCC saying, hey, I'm one of those folks that's been punished, and we want the Trump administration to do something to correct that. So that's still under investigation. Haven't heard much about it, but we're hopeful that President Trump will do something.
And do you think that the decision from this matter will impact other people who have been shadow banned?
Absolutely. If we can win for one person or one client, it impacts so many believers across the country and other people of faith. And that's what First Liberty does. We kind of pick out these really important cases that involve somebody who's simply willing to stand up for their faith. And we take that and we try to spread that across the country with a precedential win that'll benefit everyone.
Good deal. Well, I'm so glad you're here, and I hope that you enjoy your time. I hear you're about to go to Nashville and explore the town, so I hope you have a good time with your daughter.
All right. Thank you so much.